Hello and good afternoon, live and exclusive from Cyprus. Of course, by the time you'll be watching this, it won't be live and exclusive because YouTube videos take forever to upload. Pain in the neck. Anyway, welcome to In Development. In Development pretty much means the stories that I'm writing at the moment. There's two stories I've been working on for the past, I would say 5 to 10 years. Not only physically, but in my head, because I'm always thinking. When I'm doing a story, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm just sitting there constantly writing stuff. It's now I might be doing something and the story develops in my head. So the first story is the first story I ever thought up, which is in a soap, should I say, and that's Trapped. And the second story is more recent. It's called Uncle. Now let me talk to you about Trapped. It is what it says on the tin. All of a sudden, on a snowy day in July, yes, July, these mysterious metal-looking walls just rise up and block the entrances and exits of this town, which I've called Redsford. Now, it's a fictional town. How did I come up with the name? Well, it's kind of quirky and a bit cringy, if you like. Reds, because I'm a Man United fan. Yeah, it's as simple as that. And third, because Redsford just sounds like a place. And that's how I come up with it. So everyone's mysteriously trapped in this town, and these random words come up on these walls. The first two words that come up is no God, which is really controversial because one of our characters is a priest, is a devout priest, and his faith is tested after he sees these words. And the other two words that come up is New World. So already what I've done there is kind of put a few clues on what's going on or what might not be going on. Now, one of the main characters in this story is Jimmy Webb. Now, Jimmy Webb's a character I created for a soap I come up with in my head when I was about 10 years old. Me and this girl who was my friend at the time, I must have been about 12, 13, bum fluffed a lot. Me and this girl, Galeria Chrysostomou, who used to be one of my best friends, we used to love talking about Neighbours, Home and Away, all the soaps, and we used to analyse them. It was really fun. Anyway, we decided we wanted to do a soap, so we started recording our voices on audio tape, and one of the characters we come up with was Jimmy Webb. I can't remember if it was her, me, or both of us. And this character was kind of inspired by Dirty Den and J.R. Ewing, if you like. Now, in Trapped, Jimmy Webb is the mayor of Redsford, but he's a character, if you like, that knows more than he's letting on. He's a Lionel Luthor, if you like, or that sheriff from that show Invasion, which probably none of you have even heard of, but I love that show, by the way. He knows a lot. Now, there is a backstory to some of this. Jimmy could have had something to do with the walls coming up indirectly. I'll leave it there, because I'm dreaming, it's probably never going to be developed into anything, a TV show or a movie, of course not. But who knows what could happen. So I don't want to spoil it totally, but let's just give you a clue. His wife, Sarah, can't conceive children. So let's just say he could have made a bargain with the devil. I'm not saying he did, not the real devil, but something that he did. Also, Jimmy founded a company called Spiderweb. Now it's a company that's meant to make farm equipment and things like that, but really he's doing a lot more than that. He's involved in human cloning, and actually human cloning's a big part of my other story, Uncle. But I want to stick to this for the time being. And what happens is another major character, Frank Parker, he's a soldier here. Just before the walls come up in Redsford, he returns. Now, Frank has 4 sisters who were sexually abused by their parents. Their parents were put in jail because he was the oldest. He was the oldest of all the children. He found out what was going on. He wasn't being abused, and he basically told the social services and the police what was going on. So it's a very emotional kind of dynamic with him and his sisters, and his sisters kind of feel that he ran out on them by joining the army. Now, while he was in the army, he did see battle. He was injured. Now, what happened to him was that Jimmy Webb actually has a contract with the army, and he took him and he did some kind of cloning experiments on Frank. And Frank is connected somehow to the walls and what's going on with these walls coming up. and everything, and he'll start to feel a bit strange when he goes near the walls. And also, if we move on quickly, because I've only got another 5 minutes, there's a character who will be eventually named Callum. Callum is a 10-year-old boy who's found naked next to the walls. At first, he cannot speak, but these weird random shapes actually appear on these walls blocking everyone in Redford, and he can kind of translate them. So we don't know who he is. Is he part of the walls? We don't know. Is he an alien? We don't know. We know that he can't speak English at the time, and he's struggling to speak. But he's the only one who can touch the walls, apart from Frank, and he doesn't get hurt because a normal human being who touches the walls will disintegrate. And this, I mean, as I say, I ain't got much time to explain it, but basically that's the concept that I'm working on there. Now, Uncle is dedicated to my nephews and nieces. I think I've got 10 or 11 of them now, and I love every single one of them, even though I'm living in Cyprus. So this is dedicated to them, but this is not, I would say it's kind of a human story, but it's about a guy around my age who's imprisoned wrongfully for statutory rape. This girl called Blue, young girl, underage girl, accuses him of having sex with him. This basically happens because the character in question refuses to have sex with her. So for revenge, she cries rape. He goes to jail. He never says anything that she's lying because he's trying to protect her reputation. There is a deeper reason why he's protecting her secret. While he's in jail, he's told a devastating truth that he's a human alien clone, that his nephews and nieces, along with 75% of the world's children, are also human alien clones, and that his father founded this project called Clonus, and he was the first clone. Now his brothers and sisters are part of Project Clonus as well, but they are not clones, but they cloned their children. Now they have made a deal with the alien race, which helped clone all these human beings, and they are going to hand over the children to this alien race at a specific date. So at first, the character, which are kind of based on myself, is kind of a selfish arsehole, which a lot of people will tell you that's me. Hey, up yours. But anyway, as he's told, at first, of course, he thinks it's science fiction. He thinks the guy who's telling him this, who I've kind of based on Ra's al Ghul from Batman Begins, actually, not from the comics, but actually from the film, a kind of a Liam Neeson kind of mentor character, if you like. And he's giving him all this information, and at first he doesn't think it's true, but then he discovers he has got abilities that normal people haven't got, and he slowly discovers that he wants to protect them. He wants their lives, and yes, he wants to be the guy in these children's lives, not only his nephews and nieces, but the 75% of children that he wants to save, and that's what happens. So they're the two stories. I'm sorry that I can't go into more detail because I'm really excited about these stories. I'm also doing Coronation Street fiction, Emmerdale fiction, EastEnders fiction, Smallville Metropolis is my Smallville reboot. There's so many things going on right now. We'll do a lot of videos. What you're going to find in this video is there's a lot of lip syncing because for some reason this Nexus 7 keeps on freezing while I'm doing the video, which means while I'm talking, my lips are going to be saying something else. But please persevere with the video because I'm really excited about these stories. I hope you like the videos. We'll talk again, and don't forget live tweeting on all the soaps tonight, all the UK soaps and the Aussie soaps from 5:30 on Twitter. I'm Movies TV Mad on Twitter. Don't forget that. Give us a follow. We'll speak again. See you later. Bye. Sorry about the lip syncing.